What is going on, everybody? Mikey Saps here. Today I'm joined by Matty Labs, and we're going to be going over the Yankees 2019 offseason moves. The Yankees look like prime contenders for yet another World Series.
They're the contender.
They're the contender.
They're winning the World Series this year.
Matt is convinced that they're going to win the World Series, so let's go and break down the players that they brought in to maybe help them win the championship. The first big gun that they got in a trade was James Paxton. James Paxton was 11-6 last season with a 3.76 ERA and 160 innings pitched.
He also threw 208 strikeouts, 42 walks, 23 home runs, and he also had the no-hitter up in Toronto.
So the biggest concern for me is his walks and home runs given up, especially in Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium has a small ballpark. 23 home runs total given up last year with Seattle. You never know, he might tone down those numbers, but in Yankee Stadium, hopefully he won't pass the 23 home runs given up. You've seen that problem with certain Yankees pitchers like Masahiro Tanaka. His home run numbers go up when he pitches in Yankee Stadium.
He only gives up like one. There's always like one home run like in the first 3 innings, and he pitches well, but it's always like a 3-run home run and it digs them a hole.
Yeah, exactly.
So just gotta hope it doesn't happen with Paxton.
Yeah, hopefully Paxton knows how to control his pitches a little more to keep the ball within the ballpark, especially in Yankee Stadium. Big Maple, right? Big Maple.
Big Maple.
One of the biggest surprise moves that the Yankees made this offseason was Troy Tulowitzki. Troy Tulowitzki did not play any games in 2018. He played 66 in 2017. His career Gold Gloves are 2, and he has 2 career Silver Slugger awards.
His career stats over 162 game average. He has a 290 average with 28 home runs and 98 RBIs.
So, if he stays healthy and puts up those kinds of numbers and plays great defensively, because we know he can, with DD out, I think that's a very good replacement.
I think it was definitely a great move. It's low risk, high reward. If he doesn't pan out, but I mean, he's still a great locker room guy to have. He's kind of like a Todd Frazier. That's kind of how I feel about him.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see
and
that.
The Yankees and Troy Tulowitzki have been linked together for years, even before Machado and Harper and everything, all that. Years ago, they were trying to get Tulowitzki. I think it's a great move.
So just to touch upon about the Yankees being linked to Tulowitzki in the past, in Derek Jeter's final season, Troy Tulowitzki actually went to a game against the Blue Jays as a casual Yankee fan in the middle of July to watch Jeter play in his final season. And I think that's pretty cool. He's probably always been a Yankee fan. Who hasn't been, especially as a shortstop coming up, you know, your idol's Derek Jeter. So I think that's pretty cool that he is going to now be a Yankee and fill in for Didi Gregorius as he's hurt. So a former teammate of Troy Tulowitzki's in Colorado, DJ Lemahieu, was also signed by the Yankees. Personally, right then and there, I knew the Yankees were out on Manny Machado.
Yeah, that was the point where I knew that it was pretty much done unless they put together a package for Andujar and went out and got a pitcher. That was the only way I thought they would have gotten Machado, which obviously we're here today and that didn't happen. So,
yep. DJ Lemahieu batted .276 last year with 15 home runs and 62 runs batted in.
He was also the 2016 batting champ and has 3 Gold Gloves.
3 Gold Gloves is huge, and the fact that he won a batting championship proves that he knows how to hit. And that's what the Yankees needed this season, especially last season too. When we needed a big hit in a big spot, we were always looking for the long ball. And LeMahieu might actually be the guy to rope one down the line for 2 or 3 base hits, you know?
Yeah, LeMahieu's definitely... I mean, he can hit, and anyone who hits well can hit a home run in Yankee Stadium. Everyone knows that. But LeMahieu's the type of guy who goes out there and will hit a double in the gap or hit a single down the line and bring in 2. He's the guy who probably like middle of the lineup, maybe, or even front of the lineup to get on base and have some of the power guys bring him in. There's tons of lineup possibilities with the Yankees this year. So he really could fit in anywhere, and he's a good utility. I'm a little worried because they're saying he's utility, even though I think he's only played like second and third or second and short his whole career. Yeah. But if he's that good of an infielder, he's got 3 Gold Gloves. Put him at third or first in spring training, see how he does, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But he's definitely a very key piece of this team, I feel.
Exactly, yeah. I think he's going to be a very good situational hitter. Even late in the game, if you got a pinch hit for someone, if take somebody out, you know that you're bringing in LeMahieu, a very confident kid. He knows how to hit the ball and he knows how to field, so I'm very confident with him. Another Colorado-linked free agent, Adam Ottavino. 6-4 last year with a .243 earned run average and the big stats.
77.2 innings pitched and 112 strikeouts.
112 strikeouts in 77 innings pitched. That's crazy.
The Yankees easily, I mean, they've had one of the best bullpens in the past, probably, I'd say about a decade. Maybe not the past, like,
5 years?
6 years.
I would say 5 years.
I'd say definitely within the past 5 years, they've had one of the best bullpens, if not the best bullpen. They had Andrew Miller and Chapman together at once, right?
Yes.
And they traded both of them away.
Yes.
Chapman came back. Now they have Britton, Ottavino, Chapman, Green, Holder, Betances. I forgot about Betances.
Yeah, Betances is one of the top 10 relievers in
Everyone's
baseball.
complaining about starting pitching and everything, and I think the Yankees starting pitching is solidified, and it's a great unit right now, even with Severino hurt. I think once he comes back, it gets even better, but say Sabathia, an older guy who may not be able to go as long, say he gives you 4 to 5 innings, maybe even 3 if he's not having it that day, you could throw in 3 or 4 relievers with how loaded this reliever core is and still have another 3 guys to pitch the next day.
I agree. I 100% agree. There's that. I've never been more confident with the bullpen than the Yankees bullpen this year. The fact that they have so many guys in the bullpen, like on the back end, who can't go more than 2 innings, like Chapman and Betances. You have Chad Green. You have even Zach Britton could go 2 or 3 innings if you really have to. So yeah, with the Yankees bullpen being so deep, I'm very confident if we have the lead in the 3rd or 4th inning and our starting pitcher just does not have it, bring in Chad Green, Zach Britton, who can go 2 or 3 innings, and then give it off to Chapman or Ottavino or Betances. Ottavino's such a good pickup for the Yankees. It just solidifies their bullpen, and I think that with that, they might have the best bullpen in the league.
We only really lost one good reliever anyway in the offseason. It's Sonny Gray, so.
All right, any other big additions?
Well, you have full season of Happ.
Full season
of
Happ.
Healthy Britton. He was coming off the Achilles last season.
Yeah,
so
I think Zach Britton is going to turn the corner beautifully this year.
You have Sanchez healthy because he was saying he was never really himself last season, which I feel is huge. There was just an article posted today that his defense is improved and it's showing well in spring training. Very possibly Stanton AL MVP this year.
I think he's had contention to be an AL MVP last year just because the Yankees were so depleted with some injuries and he still played every game and he himself was injured.
The Yankees last year were coming back with somewhat of a vengeance against the Astros with what happened in that series. They went to Game 7, but that year before they really weren't expected to go that far and it wasn't a huge rivalry. But this year, I feel like with what happened in the ALDS against the Red Sox, I feel like no one on this team has any doubt in their mind that they're making the World Series this year no matter what. I think even the new guys, Tulowitzki, Paxton, Lemahieu, Ottavino, I think they came in and immediately knew what was going on, knew what was expected.
Exactly.
They're all ready to go.
I agree. I think everybody who came in this season knows the task at hand, and their task at hand is 28. Basically,
the task at hand is to bury Alex Cora, Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, and the Boston Red Sox.
They want to win the division, and they want to win the World Series. Plain and simple. That is their motivation this year. This team is better than last year's team.
I think the
year before.
I think the Yankees are better this season than they were last season. I think the Red Sox are worse this season than they are last season.
Okay.
And the Red Sox were the only team standing in their way last year. Maybe the Astros played better this year, and they're another formidable opponent this year. But I really think that the Red Sox were the only team in their way last year. I think once if the Yankees got to the ALCS, they were going to the World Series, and they would have beaten the Dodgers.
So
I'm confirming the World Series this year. I'm speaking it into existence. It's happening. Like, there's no doubt in my mind it's happening. We will be at the parade. It's not going to not happen. The Yankees are winning the World Series this year.
Okay. That's the intro.
I've never been more confident in my life.
Oh, man.
About a team. Ever.
Me neither, actually. Me neither.
Yankees-Phillies rematch 10 years later this year.
So with this Yankees team, I think they're very determined to win a 20th championship. Guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like. Comment what you guys think is going to happen throughout the season. Thank you again, Matt, for joining me. We'll see you on opening day, hopefully, for a reaction video. And yeah, let's go Yankees.